Hello, everyone. Today is Tuesday, February 13th, 2024 at 1:06 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, this morning I woke up at like last night was another night that I could not sleep that great at all. And I think I fell asleep sometime after 4 o'clock in the morning. And my sleep, I'm pretty sure, was spotty. And then I woke up sometime after 10 o'clock this morning. I mean, my sleep was not good last night. And so, I was wondering why, like after all I mean, it didn't even seem like it rained like it was supposed to, or it might have done a little raining over the weekend. Um, but they said it was supposed to rain really bad Saturday and Sunday. And then um, it might have rained a little bit Saturday, but I didn't notice it. But Sunday evening, when I got off from work, it started to rain, light rain, you know. It might have had thunderstorms, I don't know. But it was warm Sunday evening when I came from work. But then yesterday was Monday, and during the middle of the day, it was a little bit cold. Not that much, but a little bit. Late yesterday morning, early afternoon. And then when I just went out today, it was a little bit colder than yesterday. But um, yesterday, all day, for some reason, even though it was kind of colder outside, um, it was kind of colder outside, but in here, in this hotel room, I had the air on 70 and felt kind of hot or warm all day, you know. But then I went to bed last night at like 9 o'clock, in the 9 o'clock at night last night, or maybe 9:30, and come to find out it was that's when I started to feel a little bit cold. And then in the middle of the night, I was freezing cold and wondering, why is it so cold? Why is it cold in here? And then I went to and I think I had the air up at 74. And then after that, I turned the I looked at my phone. Excuse me. And it was 40 something degrees outside. I'm like, oh, that's why. So then I had to turn on a heater. And so it's supposed to be cold tonight too, I think. But I don't know. I think after tomorrow it's supposed to warm up a little bit. Um excuse me. Excuse me. So it's afternoon, I guess. So yeah. Um about an hour ago, I guess, I tried to go downstairs and try to pay for another day. Like pay for tomorrow, cuz um excuse me, but like the girl from yesterday lied to me and said that the manager was supposed to be in today. And then she couldn't give us, like, when I confronted her about it today, she acted like she couldn't give me a straight answer. when I said, well, I thought you said she was supposed to be in today. So, um, I didn't even feel like going to, I mean, I was too tired to, get into an altercation with her or being pissed off or upset by her. So I just went back upstairs and I'll wait till tomorrow, to pay for, pay for tomorrow night. But, so it was a guy that was 4 doors down from me. Um, a black guy, and he was kind of tall and brown skinned. And excuse me. When I went to gather my gather my my stuff to try to go downstairs in anticipation of paying for tomorrow night. Um excuse me, which would be Wednesday/Thursday morning, I like I went to go and like the guy 4 doors down from me. The very second that I passed by his door, on my way walking to the elevator, excuse me, he opened up he opened up the door and nearly succeeded at bumping into me. He nearly succeeded at bumping into me when he opened the door as I passed by. And that's what the perps do. But if we would have, like, he was so close to bumping into me that, he was this close to bumping into me. Nearly succeeded at bumping into me when he tried to, like, because when you're targeted and you unintentionally or not realizing just, walk past several doors, and then somebody randomly comes out of their hotel room at the exact same time you pass by their door, and then they hurry up and rush out and nearly bump into you or succeed at bumping into you, and then on purpose so that, and then they try to make it like it was an accident, but of course they will blame you and make it like as if, and they will play victim and lie and say that you pushed them or something. You know. So he nearly succeeded at bumping into me. And then he followed me to the elevator like some damn monitor or babysitter or something. And then we went in the elevator at the same time. And of course, he was that narcissistic that he hurried up and beat me to the front office so that he can be served like before me and in front of me or whatever. And then they had this couple. The guy was a little bitty skinny guy, and he talked like he was from, if not Mississippi, then somewhere. That's definitely not New Orleans, but he talked country. Him and the wife talked country or whatever. I don't even know if they were married or just boyfriend and girlfriend. But he looked young enough to be that lady's son, not lover or whatever. But he looked way younger than her. But at first I thought she was a kid, and because she had her hair like in long plaits, and it was styled like a child, but she looked like she was like close to 50 years old, and this guy looked like he was like 30. And he was leaning up against the counter with excuse me. He was leaning up against the counter with his shirt looked clean and normal, but he had on extremely dirty pants. And he was leaning up against the counter with like dirty pants. And like he was bragging about that he was gave her you know, bragging to the girl at the front desk about how he gave his wife or whatever girlfriend or whoever that was, bragging. I mean, they both were bragging about how he gave her like half of his paycheck or $1,000 for an early Valentine's Day present. And the front desk agent was, laughing and talking. With them and stuff. But then they were there before us, and then that guy made sure to be served before me. And then, I tried to avoid, doing any business transaction with her because of what she did yesterday. And then she was doing that tapping and banging and and drumming today, but it wasn't as bad as yesterday, you know. But I felt like I didn't want to deal with her because she would trigger and provoke me to cuss her out or go off on her. Excuse me. And I just felt like too tired or didn't have the physical or mental energy to you know to get into an altercation with anybody or have any argument or anything like that. And I just felt like still very tired. And so then when I asked her about the manager, and I told y'all that she didn't give me a straight answer, and then later on she said that the manager won't be in today. But I'm like, well, I thought you said she was gonna be in today. And she's like, oh, she didn't come in today. I think she probably was trying to block me from talking to the manager. And she said that the manager is gonna be in tomorrow or something. So then, I just got frustrated and went upstairs. And the guy, made sure to, you know, I mean, he also, when I went inside the front office, um, he wasn't even a gentleman, and held the door open for me, and I was right behind him, and it seemed like he kept on trying to close the door on me, you know, and I had to like try to push the door open, and then he pretended like as if he didn't know that wasn't behind. I mean, he pretended like he didn't know that I was behind him, you know. So yeah, he pretended like he didn't know I was behind him, like going into the front office. But then coming into the elevator, he saw me walking, like he was already in the elevator and I was going towards the elevator. And he didn't even try to be generous to hold the elevator door open for me. And I had to push the button when the elevator was halfway closing. And then, of course, he tried to walk like right up on me upon getting off the elevator. And then, maybe he went to his room, but all I know is after a while he disappeared. And then, excuse me. And then, I came up in here. But now, last night, in the middle of the night, um, I had like $37 in my bank account. And then, somebody helped me with enough for one more night. And after she sent that donation, um, I was confused about why my bank showed a negative $63.99 and did not tell me why. And then, you know, that was another thing that kept me awake for a little while, And I mean, like my bank was just at $37 or something since I don't remember. Um, and then the person donated $85, and of course, after the fees or whatever, it turned out to be like 83.61. And so, like the 83.61 was not showing as credited in my account. And then my bank, um my online bank account, it seemed like it was displaying funny. And I was wondering, what did I do? What did I do? Why is my account negative? Um, and then come to find out, I think I checked back like an hour later. Because usually with PayPal or something, or Cash App or whatever, like you can get it sent instant transfer. But that was the first time something weird like that happened. It might take like 2 or 3 minutes for the or it might be instantly deposited. But I don't know why they took out $63 and gave me a negative $63.99 and wasn't telling me why. And then I panicked and couldn't sleep and I was having panic attacks and couldn't sleep or whatever. And then after an hour or so, everything showed up back in my account like normal. And then I ended up with $121.09. So the $85 or whatever, out of the 121.09 is gonna, I'm gonna reserve that for tomorrow. To try to pay tomorrow morning before I go to work. Excuse me. And I don't even know if the other if the manager will straighten things out, or how she's gonna react, or I don't know what she's gonna do. You know. So I mean, and then I guess the leftover little money, the other like $36 or so left over between today and tomorrow. I guess I have to try to find ways to, make my meals affordable. But for breakfast, I mean, it was like maybe about 11 o'clock, and I had the other sweet potato little bread or cake or whatever it was, and some pineapple orange juice, and that was like 70 grams of sugar all together, but that was cheap, you know, but so my body wouldn't feel like that, the effects of the high sugar. um I try to detox with, you know I took me some bentonite clay. And now I feel normal. I don't feel like the shakes or anything like that, but my body doesn't feel weird, but I'm gonna skip lunch. And today I'm gonna skip lunch, and I don't know what I'll have for dinner, but I counted that I have like approximately $15 in cash. you know, excuse me, approximately $15 in cash, you know, and so I heard that because of Mardi Gras, that my job, the restaurant, will be open today, but they will close earlier. But maybe they should have opened earlier because the parades were earlier. And then after this afternoon or this evening, everything will be back to normal. Excuse me. So, yeah, but I'm glad that today is the last day of Mardi Gras. Um, and then, excuse me, my eyes were opened about my eyes were opened about Mardi Gras being like more more blatantly satanic, you know. Um, and then I felt bad because I felt like, well, I'm staying away from everything Mardi Gras related, but I'll just eat the king cake. And I don't care about the baby of the king cake. I just like the king cake. But I feel like, well, I felt like convicted, you know, and felt really terrible and emotionally beat myself up about it. How I should repent from eating king cake, as well, excuse me, that I should repent from eating king cake. And then, people even said that Ash Wednesday is evil as well, it's not Christian like it's falsely portrayed as. But then the job told me that they're going to need me, because of Ash Wednesday, and that it will be very, very busy. And that they're going to have a lot of fish or whatever. You know. So, wow. But what would have been the difference between working any of these 3 days? Like, even yesterday was called Lundi Gras. And then today is Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, Shrove Tuesday, Carnival, or whatever other days, you know. But no wonder, excuse me, I think I may have had king cake, even if it was a small sample, you know, I had king cake like 3 times. Like, the first time I had king cake, it was like this year. It was like a small sample of it, and it was at a Vietnamese restaurant. And then, excuse me, and I thought that I was disappointed because I didn't think it tasted that good. And then on UNO's campus, like during breakfast hours, I saw something that looked like king cake, and I had some, and I was disappointed. It was not good at all, you know. And then, excuse me, I had this kind of when I went to the jeggings job thing, yeah, that job opportunity with the interview, and got turned away. Well, that morning I had it was like a cheesecake Danish that was decorated like a mini king cake, but it was a Danish, and it didn't taste good at all. But I couldn't find any even at grocery stores I could not find any king cake that was like a single slice serving since I'm just one person. But I heard that like back then, I mean like last year or something, I heard that there was an egg shortage. So I heard something about egg shortage and certain other reasons why excuse me, why king cake is like very expensive. Like if you wanted to get a good quality cream cheese or praline king cake, that is you know, over $40 for a king cake. But I definitely couldn't afford that, and that I'm just one person. But a lot of people were saying that store bought king cake is dry. That's like with store bought king cake, regular cake, or donuts. If you get it at a bakery and everything is fresh or whatever, um, it'd be like moist and flavorful and just doggone good. Like good, real good, you know. But, I guess the store bought cakes and stuff is cheaper and it tastes artificial, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I guess the only stronghold or weakness that I had, was you know, the king cake for Mardi Gras. Everything else about Mardi Gras, I just freaking hate. But and I remember it seems like yesterday, but I think the last time I participated in like Mardi Gras with that, because I've been out of state for so long. But in 2019, I don't even remember where I was. I mean, I know I was here in New Orleans, but for Mardi Gras, um, I don't remember if I was like I really don't remember where I was for Mardi Gras. Um, in 2019, but I think it was 2018 for Mardi Gras. And I shouldn't have done it though. But I took a side gig and helping a man sell Cajun food, you know, at Mardi Gras. You know, not on Mardi Gras Day, but it was like maybe a few weeks before, or a couple of weeks before Mardi Gras. It was like boudin and hot dogs and some other stuff. I don't remember. Um, but I do remember the boudin, and that food was so good. Excuse me. But it seems like for Mardi Gras, people take advantage of illegal side hustles during that time and get paid a hell of a lot of money. A lot of people will buy your stuff, you know, or people selling like caramel popcorn or whatever other cotton candy or whatever else. But excuse me, and I remember even in 2018, I remember being frustrated walking down St. Charles Avenue, um, and certain other streets. I can't remember the names. And even then, I remember it was a weekday night, and I remember not being able to find a place where I could use the bathroom. And that was torture. And I damn sure hate porta potties. So, you know, but in 2019, I have no memory of what I did or where I was. I know I did not participate in 2019. But last year, 2023, I went to University of Cincinnati in Ohio, their campus, and their cafeteria that they had on Mardi Gras Day. I felt ashamed to say that king cake tasted like it tasted way better than any king cake I've ever had in New Orleans. That was some good ass king cake, you know. And that was in Cincinnati, Ohio, on a college campus. But I can't believe that what the colleges like University of New Orleans. This is New Orleans, and I can't believe that their cafeteria food is flavorless and nasty, or what some people would say bland. And their food is the majority of the time their food is not even really good. But UWF in Pensacola, their college campus, their food is kind of good. Sometimes they might have stuff that's not good, but University of Cincinnati, out of those three, they had the best food. You know, um, and they have it's like very multicultural. Like they might have an Asian section, an Indian section, like Indian from India, and they might have like a nacho section, a burger section, an Italian section, a sandwich section, you know, and it's like a very wide variety of you know, choices of food to eat, and it's all you can eat, and they stay open longer till like midnight, you know. But the majority of the workers there is well, pretty much rude, you know, very mean, you know. It's like I don't know. It's like yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of the cafeteria workers at whatever college or university you might go visit or whatever. They even when I was going to Nichols State University, they were kind of as a student, you know, they were rude, you know. But when I was going to UNO as a student, University of New Orleans in 2003, 4, 5, um, the galley was not all you can eat. You know, I guess you paid for whatever entree individually, you know. But I don't know when they changed it to all you can eat, but 2018, 19, 20, and even now it's all you can eat, but the food is just not that great. And I miss that they don't have ice cream. UWF, they had ice cream or frozen yogurt, you know. Excuse me. So yeah, like soft serve frozen yogurt or whatever, you know. But yeah, UWF food is pretty good. But UNO, like I don't know what's I don't know what's going on. This is New Orleans, you know. Excuse me. So, but anyway though, um, yeah, that was I mean, like, cause I was reading on certain Christian PDF files from Christian websites or Christian Bible tracts, you know, saying that you know, that even eating a king cake, you're partaking in evil, even when eating a king cake. So you know. Excuse me. I mean, because like when it comes to holidays, like I'm always been single and by myself really anyway. But um that ex-boyfriend Alex, for Valentine's Day he did me dirty. Um Back in 2007, you know. And so I never really had a man to truly love me, you know. And I even heard that, Valentine's Day and Christmas and Thanksgiving, all these holidays are, pagan and satanic or whatever. But, my family even would ignore me every year for holidays and birthdays, whatever anyway. Excuse me, or I had to spend multiple holidays and birthdays alone, with not a call from not one family member throughout the years. And now they're pretending to be fake mad because I exposed how abusive they are. Even before Hurricane Katrina, they were abusive and cruel. And now they're shocked and mad, and I'm supposed to be scared. I'm supposed to be scared about the biological niece, Hellface Ugly Monica, being mad at me. I'm supposed to be scared. You're my niece in a generation lower than me. I'm supposed to be scared that you fucking mad at me. Somebody who never respected or loved me a day in her life. And I never even did her anything. You hate me and mad at me behind false rumors you heard. Rather than getting to know the real Candy Grand Prix. You know. So, for Mardi Gras, um, I kind of don't see the point in, like, these holidays because it's like, it seems like as if, anything, Valentine's Day or, um, Mardi Gras or anything else, it's like after the season is over, anything Mardi Gras related or anything like that is out of sight, Or 4th of July. Like, you wouldn't see 4th of July stuff right about now, or somebody wearing a 4th of July t shirt. People put that out of sight until it's around, but you wouldn't see Halloween stuff right now. Oh, Halloween and Christmas, I heard, that are the most evil of holidays, you know. But I guess I've had to learn to do without holidays. Um, but a lot of times, you're used to being alone and you like to be alone, but then when holidays come and you see everybody else getting together with their families, loving families, excuse me, and you know, and then you just feel left out. Excuse me, you feel left out and you feel really sad and you feel like it's a punishing kind of feeling, you know. It's a punishing kind of feeling. Excuse me. Sorry. But but I tried as best as I could to avoid anything Mardi Gras related except the king cake, because I was sitting there looking around for. I admit that I was looking around and hunting around for an opportunity to get some king cake that tastes very good. But I guess, excuse me, the three times I had king cake that was not that great, or I couldn't afford it, you know. People say that your rejection is God's protection or whatever. I was so disappointed and trying hard to look for some king cake or some good king cake. But then, um, excuse me, and I heard about crawfish king cake or boudin king cake or crawfish boudin king cake. I never tried those, I don't think, but I did try crawfish beignets before, and I thought they were really good. But but I don't know if it's considered evil to have like crawfish or boudin king cake. You know, but yeah, I feel bad now. But out of those three nasty king cakes that I've tried this year, or pieces of king cake, that small sample at the Vietnamese restaurant or cafe or whatever, it was the best or the better out of those three, and I didn't even too much like that one. You know, but I guess it's a thing with New Orleans that New Orleans cuisine just has so many famous for so many sweets. Um, you know, like it seems like almost half of our cuisine is like sweet stuff or desserts, and or like a lot of donuts or um beignets, regular donuts. There's a lot of donut shops around here, or convenience stores that carry donuts, you know, and like they have so many bakeries and donut shops, and well, a lot of bakeries with a lot of cake, pralines, special unique kind of donuts like the buttermilk drops and beignets or whatever. Oh, did I say praline candy? Bread pudding, creme brulee. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Um, it's a lot of desserts or sweet stuff that my mind drew a blank. I drew a blank. I can't even think of. You know, but some people say that New Orleans cuisine is the reason why we are so fat and can't lose weight. And we have like a weakness for it. It's like got a stronghold over us. Um, you know, and then I notice a difference. Like, um, if I were to go to a donut shop and buy three chocolate donuts, um, then especially without milk, my body would feel the shakes or feel weird or something. But if I had like a pint of milk, it would help me feel a little bit stabilized or a little bit normal. But then I would be hungry really much faster. But but it's like we got all this Creole and Cajun food that tastes good, but it ain't healthy for you, like fried catfish po' boy or something like that, and then it's not, excuse me, it's not even too nutritious to have like just dressed with mayo, lettuce, tomato, pickles, or whatever, or even onions on it, or a hot sausage sandwich. But I mean, I don't know how healthy you would consider crawfish at touffee, you know, or gumbo, you know. But like they would have chicken at touffee sometimes too, you know, or you can kind of vary the meats like with jambalaya or something, You might have chicken and sausage gumbo, or you might have gumbo with a big huge turkey leg in it or something. Or you got turkey jambalaya. Excuse me, or chicken and sausage jambalaya. I mean jambalaya, I meant to say. But I like jambalaya better than gumbo. The only gumbo or the only gumbo I used to like was the foster grandma Mildred Collins. She had the best oatmeal, the best gumbo, and the best spaghetti and meat sauce or meatballs. And she used to make this egg stew. Um, I think it was like spaghetti and meat sauce with but I don't, instead of ground beef, I think she had like hot dog wieners or sausage and some eggs in it. And the foster there was a point in time when the foster grandma Mildred Collins used to cook for us all the time. It was after the foster dad Al died, and I think we were in like sixth grade, and like the foster grandma used to cook for us several times a week. I don't remember. She used to cook for us, and the foster mom used to come get some old ice cream pails, or like 5 quart ice cream pails, and the foster grandma used to like give us food or whatever. And we used to all fight over the egg stew, and or my twin sister, now she called me fat and greedy now. But when we were kids, um, like one time the foster sister Joni threw a tantrum and cried because there was no egg stew left. The foster brother Joe was mad. The foster mom Ann, she was mad. Everybody was mad. And my twin sister ate up all the freaking egg stew and then blamed it on me, and I got in trouble. One time we were like 9 years old in fourth grade, or probably 10 years old in fifth grade, and it was Joni's birthday over the summer. It was Joni's birth, the foster sister Joni's birthday, and Joni wanted brownies for her birthday, so she had like homemade brownies for her birthday. Nobody, not even me, we were not. Nobody was able to get any brownies. My twin sister Brandy, she ate up all the damn brownies, and then blamed it on me and lied on me and said that I did that. That I was the one who ate up all the brownies. I couldn't even get a bite of the brownies. Joni, of course, cried and was upset and everything. And so we were at the foster sister Shelley's house. And I think Shelley and Brian kind of newly got married. I don't remember. But Brian tried to he did force both of us to swear on the Bible. And I'm like, well, I didn't feel comfortable with that. He forced us to swear on the Bible. that we didn't take the brownies. And he put some Bible and forced us to put our hand on it and swear on the Bible. Like, motherfucker, you're not even religious. You never go to church. You don't even read the Bible. You don't live for Jesus Christ. You don't, I mean, you don't even pray. You as worldly could get. But for manipulation and control, that's why you did what you did. And so when we went to the psychiatrist, Dr. Chakraborty, the next visit, and you know, when in the psychotherapy, the foster mom, we talked about, my twin sister stealing the brownies and blaming it on me or whatever. And then, you know, and Dr. Chaka, I mean, because of us believing in the fake IDMR cult, excuse me, I was young, I was a child, and so then, the foster mom, I mean, I'm sorry, the Dr. Chakraborty, the psychiatrist, she asked me, well, if you didn't believe in doing it, then why did you do it? I mean, why did you swear on the Bible if you didn't feel comfortable or didn't believe it? And I said, well, Brian was threatening to whip us. So, with him being 6 feet 7 inches tall, and would brag about child cruelty, bragging about bragging about putting a child's hand on a hot stove with fire as to teach them a lesson for stealing. He would try to terrify and scare us like that. So, like when Dr. Chakraborty said, well, if you were afraid that he was gonna do that, then why did you swear on the Bible or whatever? And I was only 9 years old. I don't even think I was 10 yet. And I said, well, because I was afraid he was gonna whip me. And so the foster mom got mad at me, and the foster sister Shelley punished me with the silent treatment and got mad and didn't want to talk to me for at least a good 6 months. So, even when we were little, when we were like 4 years old, and my twin sister used to steal popsicles out of the freezer and then blame it on me and lie and say I stole it, and then I would get in trouble. And when we were little kids, like she used to have her side of the room dirty, and then put all her toys and everything under my bed, and then blame it on me, and then the foster mom would punish me for it, and I would get whipped. And while my twin sister sit back and, let me get whipped. So, there were other situations that I can't think of where my twin sister ate up all the food and then blame it on me. Or ate up everything. And now she's, smear campaigning to her cult following flying monkeys that I'm just so fat and greedy. Or all she talk about is food. When you got videos about food, Mark has, the biological brother Mark has Instagram videos or pictures or whatever about food. With food, we're from New Orleans. Food is part of our culture, But now if you have people that's bragging about how they're gonna get drunk, but you hypocritically call somebody greedy, or say, oh, she thinks with her stomach, or she thinks with her belly, she's just so fat and greedy. Or all she talk about is food. But I heard that the Bible looks at gluttony and drunkenness in the same way. So if you're an alcoholic, how you gonna call somebody fat and greedy? You ain't no better to condemn somebody. Or if you smoke too many damn cigarettes, You live for smoking cigarettes. And you call somebody fat and greedy, and nobody can condemn or lecture you about smoking cigarettes. The fake, crusty, dirty, satanic, evil cigarettes. People call cigarettes cancer sticks. But, it seems like eating junk food sometimes with my homeless predicament. And I feel terrible. I feel bad because, like, all around here, it looks like as if I'm fatter and gaining weight, gaining more weight. Because of being homeless and struggling, financially and with, you know, and as I said, if doggone Raising Cane's is the freaking most convenient or affordable thing nearby, or you can't go to the Chinese food place because they're so rude. If if the Chinese food might be a little healthier with vegetables and rice and chicken, well, they blow you away, and the next thing that you can afford is freaking Raising Cane's or something like that. And it's like, I know this can't be good for me. I know this can't be healthy. I'm like, what can I do to change? What can I do? Um, so, I mean, being homeless, like out there on the streets, is like more difficult. Struggling. Um, it's harder to try to find where you can eat healthier, and I mean, all the healthy stuff is like unaffordable. Excuse me, but when I had first moved into the that apartment in Pensacola, the very next morning, somebody lectured and condemned me about eating junk food because I had, like, I don't remember if it was like bologna sandwich or ham sandwich or something. I don't think it was bologna, but ham sandwiches or something. I don't remember. And it was processed deli, prepackaged ham or something like that. And somebody got on my case about eating junk food. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. It's all the money I had. Now, all I was able to afford and had the money for was to go to Family Dollar and get me like enough for sandwiches for a few days. And I don't remember if I had some cereal or something. But even then, when I lived there, I tried to strive to push myself to buy healthier foods and more fruits and vegetables and eat healthier. And also when I was in Bloomington, when I tried to do the crock pot meals, and like I had like some cut up vegetables and seasonings and coconut oil, and the online hater gang stalkers, my twin sisters cult followers, the flying monkeys, they would sit there and talk about that Candy buys these expensive vegetables and fruits, and it's just nasty, and I mean, it looks nasty, and this and that. It's like, well, y'all got something to say whether I eat healthy or eat junk food. But as I said, I'm not obsessed with food and money or whatever, but the stalkers are obsessed with my relationship and trying to control my interactions with food and money or a hotel room. As I said, I pay all my whatever bills and expenses I have with my Social Security check. An SSI check is just enough for like 2 meals. But the Social Security check As I said, I paid my phone bill, or when I had a storage unit, paid the storage unit bill, paid for bus fare, paid for laundry, um, buy my own whatever toiletries or things that I needed, and some food and some hotel. And then after the money runs out, then you know, that's all I have to that I would need help with is like hotel rooms out of bad weather, or um, money for food, and sometimes even asking for help for bus fare. Now, if I landed a job opportunity in the middle of the month and they said, well, I need to pay for a background check, or I need to buy a uniform, or if I need to pay for an Uber ride for transportation over there, I would need to ask for help with that, But, excuse me. But I mean, but they try to just, or like if I'm documenting how I survived the day, documenting how I slept, what I ate, whether or not I went to walk for exercise, or if I if I wrote a short story that day, or I did this, or I did that, or my interactions with social media, or even documenting my in-person gang stalking or whatever. But the online stalkers be like, well, all she talks about is gang stalking and food, or she just greedy. Well, you've been stalking for 4 years, and like, if you're tired of it, why? How come you never unsubscribe? Or you don't just stay away from me? But they do that to try to control somebody, thinking that they're trying to control you. You know. So the perps have left me alone for a couple of days or a few days. The online perps. But, they're still gossiping. But I don't know if it was the fake Darnell Williams perp or another perp came to harass me. And I think it was him. Um, it was him, and came to harass me. Made a harassing comment with another fake new account using my picture or whatever. And I'm not allowed to get their channel reported for copyright. I mean, I'm not allowed, or I don't have a way where I can get a copyright strike on their channel, on their fake new accounts. And YouTube is doing nothing. So it seems like all I can do, and it's very frustrating and annoying, that I have to just keep blocking and blocking and blocking and blocking and screenshotting and blocking and blocking. And it's tedious and tiresome and frustrating. Excuse me. So the fake Darnell Williams perp, he came to use my account, and always posting up whatever hotel they think I'm in, and then using my picture as a profile, and then saying, well, did you he said, what did you he said, did you did you tell your job that you're good at rolling the silverware because you have a college degree, or something ignorant that he said. So, but people that's supposed to be supportive, targeted individuals, they tell me, ignore them. But what they do is they will sit there and they be the first to take heed and listen to the stalkers, and then betray and turn against me, and then they start bullying and harassing. But after you told me ignore them, and now you're listening to them and being friends with them. Excuse me. But But I go through too much um to be falsely accused of being a fake TI. And I gotta be forced to stay in my own lane. Even TikTok TI community has sold out quickly. And, talking about the shut up and ignore, you know. But they be the first to, it seemed like it happened on TikTok faster than anywhere else that people on TikTok in the TI community, they all huddle together, just like Twitter, and they huddle together and bully me, and then avoid and block me, and falsely, like they made it like as if I have a false bad reputation for being a fake TI. But you'd be amazed at how quickly people sell out. How am I the fake TI if you've never been institutionalized? You never been in a mental institution. You never been homeless. You're not even being workplace mobbed at your job. As I say, you're driving your brand new pretty Teslas all day, talking about God's chosen and elected 144,000 and talking about how great God is. And then your TikTok profile is you perping with the red and having like one eye symbolism covering one eye, um and then you promote all this new age on your channel. You don't have any videos of yourself being followed and harassed, but all you do is sit behind a desk or drive around in your brand new pretty Tesla talking about how great God is. You're not even being sabotaged. And you might just talk about DARPA and Neuralink or whatever, an AI. And then, you're telling me I'm the fake TI when you're telling me I'm a fake TI right after losing that apartment. Or I'm a fake TI after being workplace mob off the damn job. And it make me feel really low. It make me feel so bad that, and then they act like a vigilante witch hunt person. They act like the same way as the vigilante perps. But then you falsely accuse me of not being a real TI, and you falsely accuse me of being schizophrenic and slow and remedial. You call me slow, mentally slow and retarded and remedial and autistic and everything, and laugh about it and everything. Or how am I the fake one? I just got wrongfully banned from XYZ place or whatever. And then y'all falsely accuse me of pretending to be targeted, and that all my actions all my suffering, you think that I brought it on myself, or it's just street theater. Or they falsely accuse me of being paid. Excuse me. They falsely accuse me of being, and they might be like, oh, well, yeah, that's proof that Candy's a fake TI, because how she get all those hotel rooms? I've spent many days on the damn streets. On the streets. And as I said, they have narcissistic fake TIs and regular perps that would donate me money, and then with the expectation for me to be quiet about my gang stalking and just ignore everything. And they wait till I'm at my lowest. And then after they smear campaign and lie on me after I block them, then I'll be struggling on the streets and nearly lose my life in tornadoes and hail or Arctic freeze. Or they I was forced to suffer through Hurricane Ida And another hurricane in 2022, I don't remember what hurricane that was, I was forced to suffer through. Can you imagine being homeless out on the streets during a hurricane and nobody want to help you? Or everybody smear the narcissistic, religious, fake TI perps tell everybody to stay away from you? And then they be covert narcissists and religious narcissists that's fake Christian TI perps that smear campaign and lie and make it like as if you're a nuisance to the body of Christ. And they'll try to make it like as if you are the one that's causing division in the body of Christ. And then they smear and slander you when you're telling the truth. And then they make threats to take you to court and sue you for slander and defamation and libel. Or they'll tell you that a perp has a right to sue you for slander, defamation, and libel when you're speaking what's true. So while they're rich with $50,000 a year, and I might get fired tomorrow, or they might drive me to be forced to quit tomorrow. And with my Social Security, it's like, the Social Security and SSI combined, it's like, I don't even think it's a total of $12,000 a year. I don't even think it's $12,000 a year. How is somebody supposed to live off of that? So, but in this job opportunity, it seems like I've been lucky to get 10,000. I mean, I'm sorry. Why did I say that? 10,000 a year, or like 1,000 a month. As I say, they're looking. I mean, they just found a creative way to shorten my hours within the first week. I got 6 less hours now. Now, tomorrow, I think they say it's supposed to start a new pay period. So, and I'm forced to be lonely and isolated and everything. And then when people want to come and socialize, then I get really scared and back off. Like, I'm traumatized by human interaction with other people. Very traumatized and scared to link up with anybody. Scared to talk to people. And it's amazing that even the regular perps talk like they know the Bible better than you. The regular gang stalkers, they talk like they know how to be a better Christian than you. Or they talk like as if they know how to follow the Bible rules better than you. And some of them claim to be atheists, and they say, well, I don't even believe in the Bible, and I even know this. But like, you're a satanic stalker trying to police how I worship God. Or trying to make it like I'm not worshiping him the right way. Well, you aren't either. And the gang stalkers and fake TI perps, they pretty much like modern day Pharisees. But I just saw my eye is itching. I just saw a TikTok video where oh wow, see, I'm not even paying attention. I saw a TikTok, well, post. I don't think it was a video where I didn't even realize that one eye was showing. I didn't do that on purpose. I'm sitting here looking around and looking away, and so um you know, somebody said that more and more people will turn to the Antichrist, with only a select few people still sticking with Jesus. And the online gang stalkers, and probably the in-person stalkers as well, it seems like they want to keep tabs on you, and they call it behavior modification, to make sure you're conforming to the world and make sure you're compliant with the new world order. Or they will keep gang stalking and attacking you every time you do something that's anti, or if you do or say something anti new world order. You know, but wow, what time is it? It's 2:22 p.m. right now. Um so it's 2:22 p.m. and I'm feeling hungry, you know. But I was afraid to go to the job today and try to get something to eat. And I'm unclear on whether or not is it only on the days that we work, or can we come to eat on our off day and get half price also? Because they said something about you could bring your immediate family to come and they can eat half price too. But is that only the day you work? I don't know. But, I'm scared to even go to the job and try to get something to eat. That would save me some money if I could eat half price. But if I got to pay full price, then, that would kind of hurt a little bit. Because, like, but I mean, I'm just not going to bother today. And, I'm just not going to bother today. But more than one employee told me that we can eat free on Wednesdays. But they say even if you're off on Wednesdays, you still can come and eat. But that's the employees saying that. But I don't know what the managers will say. But I definitely have to be work tomorrow. At first, I wasn't originally scheduled to work tomorrow, but now they say I have to work tomorrow. You know, but I can't believe just sitting down, rolling up silverware. I can't believe you can get worked and tired with that too. You know, but maybe it was like that because I was already sleep deprived, and being sleep deprived make anything can be just overworked and make you feel overworked and tired when you're sleep deprived and haven't had when you had little to no sleep. Everything could be a hard chore, you know. And I hate going out in public when I'm sleep deprived because, you know, I don't feel safe. Um and riding in a car or riding on a bus while sleep deprived, it caused me more panic attacks. You know, I mean, and then if you're days of sleep deprived, people would describe it to be similar to you being in a drunken stupor, but except you're not drunk. You just haven't got to have sleep. And then they say you're more susceptible to accidents and clumsiness and everything. You know. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to hold it out until dinner. I gotta use the bathroom right quick. So the job is they're gonna they're about to close soon, maybe in the next half hour. It's 2:29 p.m. and so they're gonna close soon, and so it's too late for me to go over there anyway. But I was afraid to go over there. Excuse me, and to be treated mean, or be treated with an attitude, or if they charge me full price or something, um, or make it like they're punishing me, or like they're gonna charge me full price as a form of punishment. The way they talk, you know, um, so I mean, I guess because I didn't get to sleep that well tonight. I mean, last night, I feel tired already. And I felt like I just didn't feel like arguing with nobody, getting mad, or taking nobody's shit. And so I felt like, you know, I already feel in advance that, I don't, like, I feel too tired. I feel like I don't feel like going into work tomorrow. But, you know, I will go, and I have to go, but, you know, but as I said, if I get paid this Thursday, like the day after tomorrow, I mean, that might be just enough money for 2 hotel nights, and maybe nothing left for food. And I heard this Sunday it's supposed to be cold, like 39 degrees. It's supposed to be 39 degrees this coming Sunday. And I was trying to keep this hotel room and stay off the streets, but, you know, so, um, yeah, because tomorrow I would have been scheduled to leave tomorrow, but I have probably enough for one more night. So tomorrow's Wednesday. So then, yeah, Thursday morning I would have been had to check out. But if I get my work paycheck, if I get it, then as I said, it's I'll be lucky if if it's a enough for 2 more nights. So then Thursday night and Friday night, you know, and then Saturday night I would be have like little to no money and have to keep asking for help until or unless the 29th comes. And then I mean, I would have to keep asking for help every night, or struggle on the streets. And struggling on the streets bad enough that I might have to quit the job because of transportation, or having to walk so far. Um, and then one of the better job opportunities, um, I kept trying to communicate with one of the hiring managers, but he seems like he is not. He's supposedly not receiving any of my text messages or emails. But the other lady, she received one of my emails and responded. But how come he's not receiving anything? I don't understand. You know, so But I mean, I said that if this job didn't work out, then that one, I mean, I don't know, because the other job is one of those jobs where they say you don't need experience, but then um, you go there and then they refuse to hire you because you don't have experience, and then they want you to be like dressy, and I don't have, me being homeless, I don't have dress clothes for an interview, or what they want to say, either business attire or business casual. I barely have enough for food and struggling to keep this hotel room. And over the weekend, even after, if I get the first check, it looks like I will be back on the streets. And it's just hard. It's like really hard. And it seems like um, I saw Miss Phyllis just about every day last week, and I'm wondering, when is she ever off? So, um, so I don't even know. Um, and it seems like the people who do the most perping, or the most perping or whatever, or the most narcissistic abuse, those are the ones who get all the hours or higher pay with the whatever job you that you have. So, and then all the while, if they get more hours or higher pay or whatever, and then they pretend that they're fake jealous and falsely accuse me of getting special treatment or demanding special treatment. Now, like, well, I wish I could work more hours, um, or have higher pay. I'm freaking homeless. You got a home and you got steady income. I'll get fired before you. But the ones who get an attitude and slam stuff around, and it's like you wonder, how do they keep their job for months, for so long, if they have a shitty attitude towards every customer. And those are the ones who get promoted. But the ones who are polite with a smile and go out of their way to help you, you wonder, if that person was so nice and so sweet and pure hearted, why they got fired so quick? And that good hearted person be replaced with the evil bitch. And the evil bitch gets all the hours, the higher pay, promoted to manager real quick, unrealistically quick. Like my cousin, drunk lady Yvonne's daughter, or Rebecca. Yeah, I heard that she was just turned 18. Just started, like, she got fired from, I think it was Great American Cookie Company, that's usually in the mall or whatever. And she was 17 and got fired for cussing the manager out. And then, like, or she was already 18 or whatever. And and then, like, just that quick, she just started at McDonald's at 18 and became a manager like that. And one time I overheard her and Monica talking, like, in 2010. And Rebecca tried to swear up and down that she did not sleep with the manager in order to become a manager. And I'm like, come on, people selling their souls behind fucking McDonald's, really? Or so say if somebody sell their soul just for a Petco job or a PetSmart. That's just a freaking store. I mean, you know, but people are selling out behind nothing nowadays, So, I mean, like, I've heard rumors that people were saying that Rebecca slept with the manager in order to become an instant manager, and then getting like manager of the year awards and everything. You know, and so yeah, I mean, but y'all got so much bad to say about me, or like y'all think y'all better than me, or like y'all so superior, or like I'm the worst human being that ever walked the face of this earth. You know, if y'all hate me or treat me mean based on false rumors you heard about me. But if I've heard false rumors or true rumors about certain family members, did that make me stay away from you and treat you mean because I heard something about you? You know? Because I should have dropped the entire family a long time ago. Because that's all the family does is start lies, false rumors, or smear campaigns. Everybody talking bad about everybody and can't nobody get along. Except with this elitist cult, the elitist light-skinned cult in the family. Or if you're not light-skinned, because your eye color is really light, you can be putting a light-skinned cult in the family. And as I said, Pete is the darkest family member. But the reason why people in the family respect him, because of fear, being scared of him. Because he's like considered like one of the most dangerous people in the family. But me, my twin sister, and Sean are the only ones who get treated like shit. And now my twin sister, gets included. But now, in recent years, like Sean has been included now, leaving me to be the only one and only scapegoat, black sheep, outcast, pariah, recluse, you know, of the family. That I deserve to be, I'm excommunicated from the family, permanently banned from the family forever. And family members generations lower than me and younger than me can have the fake authority to make these decisions. But then y'all telling me, bossing me around, telling me what to do, but you hate me and won't even help me. When I did have a little money, you robbed me, you parasitically drained and robbed me out of every penny that I had. But if I would have shown up to Yvonne's house in a nice ass Range Rover, she would not have treated me the way she treated me at her doorstep. But because she knows that I'm homeless and don't have shit, that's why she did what she did. Oh, having a lot of money will make people forgive you so much faster. But as I said, having family members, if I just tolerated so much disrespect and abuse from them all these years, and if people were saying you're stupid because you don't fight back, or you need to stop allowing yourself to be a doormat, and you need to learn how to start standing up for yourself. And now I started standing up for myself and fighting back. I'm excommunicated or banned from the family forever. But they have had other family members who have done, like Pete has done, and Ramona too, has done way worse stuff than I've been falsely accused of. And they still fraudulently and illegally get so much respect in the damn family. Ramona, Pete, and the biological nephew John and all them, they're thieves. They steal. And family members, they're not holding grudges against them. Ramona's a fucking thief. She steals. My twin sister has freaking stolen from me. A liar, compulsive liar, and a fucking thief. Mark has freaking stolen from me. Ramona has stolen from me. But the biological nephew John has stolen from me. Pete has stolen from me. Multiple family members have stolen from me, robbed me. Even foster families, foster sister Shelley stole from me. But I'm fucking crazy. I'm the one that's mentally off, mentally ill. Something wrong with me because y'all freaking taking advantage. Use and take advantage of people. Even that Kraft family that would, treat me like my presence was not welcome. As I said, if I would have shown up in a in a Jaguar vehicle, or showed up in a Porsche, they would have. If I would have shown up in a Bentley or something like that, they would have changed their minds. But if I try to give gifts or something to certain family members, like Yvonne did not care. She would throw, if you give her something, a birthday cake, for example, if she ain't drunk, she will, when she's sober, she's more evil and meaner when she's sober than when she's drunk. But sometimes she can be an asshole even when she get too drunk. But when she's moderately drunk, she'll pretend to be fake friendly and have all these herpes fever blisters on her lips, and then trying to kiss all on you and rub all on you and touch all on you and stuff like that. Pretending to be fake, extra affectionate. Extra affectionate, I meant to say. And, as I said, certain family members, they freaking, I'm going to say they freaking incestuous and weird. But y'all think y'all better than me. So, people say, me being rejected, that's God's protection. And and people try to talk about this thing with family generational curses, family line curses and all that, with witchcraft, voodoo, incest, alcohol. I got multiple alcoholics in the family. Y'all calling me fat and greedy, but you an alcoholic. You a gambling addict. Or you got this addiction, or you got that addiction, but you ain't no better than me. I heard that drunk lady Yvonne and her husband Daryl, when Daryl was alive, I heard that they're cousins some kind of way. And I heard that that's the real reason why Daryl Jr., who they call Do, why he turned out to be like handicapped or disabled or whatever. Because of family inbreeding. Yeah, it was the family rumors of the talk of the family that Daryl and Yvonne are actually cousins. And they married. But y'all think y'all better than me. So, but y'all not only put my secrets out there, you know, but y'all will sit there and say false shit and put y'all lies out there swirling around the entire community. You know, as I said, y'all mad at me for speaking out against y'all on social media. But what have you said to Daryl Garnett's side of the family to make him hate me? Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I try to give a few little gifts, um, and Daryl was still alive. Daryl, Do, and Yvonne, they left the gifts on the table on purpose. But Yvonne took that $20. She took the money in the card or whatever, but she left the other little gifts that I gave for them, you know, and it was like a year after Blake got shot and killed, and they had like a ceremony at that same fake Catholic church that was his funeral. And I think I remember Daryl had cursed me out that day, and he was rude and cussed me out that day. And I bought Yvonne a birthday cake, and she was drunk as fuck. And she lied and said that that was the first time that anybody ever in their life bought love or cared about her enough to buy her a birthday cake. Which I know that wasn't true. But, you know, I bought her a birthday cake. I'm surprised that she didn't throw it away. You know, but she was drunk. And, you know, and I think I remember she had cake all over herself. You would think it's a freaking baby eating. You know, and I think I remember she had cake all in her hair and like had cake all over the place. You know, Daryl and Yvonne were both alcoholics. And then Daryl used to be like, "You always welcome here, niece. You always welcome here, niece." And he would call me niece or whatever. But then when I try to go and visit, they would treat me like I'm not wanted. But then Daryl would be like, "You always welcome here, niece. Why don't you come spend the weekend?" I never spent the weekend. I never spent the weekend. I never spent like overnight by Yvonne's house. Maybe, wait, hold up. Maybe one time I did. And in dealing with this family, my family freaking nocturnal. And the family, yeah, when I spent that night by Yvonne's house, I don't remember if it was 2015 or 17. It was 2015. And Yvonne didn't want me over there. Um, and she forced me to go into the bathroom when Daryl Jr. Do was soaking in the tub, taking a shower, and I didn't feel comfortable with that at all. I had to use the bathroom really bad. And he was like sleeping in the tub with the water or whatever. And it's like, well, I'm glad that he had everything, you know, he had the shower curtain closed, but she made me go up in there. I didn't feel comfortable with that, you know. But I just used the bathroom, did my business, and washed my hands in it and just left out. And then another time I had to use the bathroom, and she was drunk. like later on that morning, and she went off and cussed me from A to Z. And that was like the only bathroom in the house. And this is my aunt, but her and her husband, their bedroom was like in the back, and I was forbidden or not allowed to go in that room like for a long time. Finally, sometime in 2017 or 18, I finally got to see what their room looks like in the back of the house, in the backyard and everything. Finally got to see what that looks like. Excuse me, you know. But that's how family do. They treat me like I'm not related. You know, while friends of the family, you know, got more privileges in the family than I do. And falsely glorified as family. But I mean, other family members look me up and down and tell me I ain't shit. But the family pretended to be fake nice in 2005 before Hurricane Katrina, when I had student loan money and was, you know, when I went to Costa Rica. But even then, when the money ran out, Ramona would physically abuse and beat on me. One time she yanked my hair out of my head and had my hair was coming out in coming out in chunks for weeks. The incident happened in March. It was May and June of 2005. I was in Costa Rica and still chunks of my hair coming out because her yanking my hair out my head. And then when they physically fight you, they fight you like someone from the streets, and they don't even have any mercy with fighting you. They will fight you like as if you're not related to them, or beat you like you're not related. And then Raymond and Ramona's boyfriend amigo at that time, he's now deceased, held me down, pinned me down, and let Ramona pound and beat on me that day. You know, and Ramona was big time, you know, bullying and using and taking advantage of my money, and then going to Harrah's Casino, where I'm wrongfully banned from. You know, she would go to Harrah's and drag me there with her so she can take more money, and bully, harass, and threaten me out of more money, or manipulate me out of more money to go gamble with. And people just kept on calling me stupid throughout the years. Even with my own twin sister bullying and taking and manipulating and blackmailing and threatening me out of my money and taking advantage. My twin sister was the first one to do it. And then bragged to the rest of the family about, you know, Candy's stupid, it's easy to get money. And Wyatt was even bragging about, oh, Candy's stupid, she'll give anybody her money or whatever. Because my nephew John's girlfriend, I hate to say baby mama, Aretha, who they call Riri said that Wyatt will say, oh, Candy's stupid, and will give you all of her money. And that's not true. They will manipulate. Even Wyatt would manipulate and try to, manipulate and threaten me out of my money. And then that caused me even more depression. And then when I confronted Wyatt about that, he lied and said that, oh, I didn't say that you're stupid and give everybody your money. I said that, oh, Candy has a big heart and will, Candy has a big heart and will, she would give, she's the type of person who would donate to charity. And I'm like, yeah, Wyatt, I can tell you're lying. Even Ramona manipulated for her boyfriend, Elliot, to be trying to use and take advantage of me. And Elliot brought friends over to use this light-skinned guy. I don't remember if his name was Mike or whatever his name was. Used and took advantage of my money. And they got an attitude and cussed me out for asking for my money back when you made false promises to pay me back. And Ramona just sat there and let that guy, treat me that way in her own house. Ramona and other family members, when they see me being abused and treated badly by friends of the family or anybody else, they just sit there and sit back and watch. But then when I stand up for myself and had enough, then I'm the crazy one or something wrong with me for standing up to him and fighting back. When I gotta defend my own self because y'all sit there and watch me be taken advantage of or watch me be screwed over. But then you get mad at me. Why you mad at me and you're still friends with Mike? So, they'll take advantage of your money, take advantage of your car, take advantage of this or that or whatever. But I'm the one who got a bad reputation in the family for being fat and greedy when they got other fat, greedy family members. And I just don't get the hypocrisy. I mean, if somebody off the streets told Monica, your mom is fat, or your mom is fat and greedy and big as a house, oh, she will fight tooth and nail. But if somebody say your auntie is fat and greedy, oh, she'll laugh right along with them and agree with them. But they got some people who would go to bat for and defend mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, aunt, grandma, whatever. I mean, whoever, But I got 5 brothers, and none of them will step in and defend and go to bat for and defend and fight for me. I'm one of the younger sisters, and you ain't gonna fight for me. But Derek and Wyatt, they will go to bat for and defend Ramona when she doesn't even need defense because she fight worse than a man. Ramona doesn't need anybody to protect or defend her because she fight worse than a man. She beats men up. Excuse me. But me and my twin sister, who would be younger and need the protection and defense, oh, they just sit there and leave us to be fair game out in the open. Imagine having 5 brothers who will not defend you and who would rather just go against you and speak against you with such vitriol and hostility. And I never did Pete anything. I don't even, I have, not all that much interaction with Pete. I mean, I just, Pete sent for me to come by him when I was homeless about 7 years ago, almost 8 years ago. And he sent for me to come by him. And then he told me, drilled my head up with a whole bunch of lies. And the moment I got in the truck, when he picked me up from the Greyhound station, he treated me like I was automatically punished and in detention. And I didn't even know that Pete was drunk. I didn't know Pete was an alcoholic. And I got family members who drive drunk, but then treat me like they don't trust me to drive. Derek, I rode in the car with Derek being drunk. Mark would drink alcohol and then tell me not to drink. My twin sister has driven drunk. Mark drove drunk before. Let's see, Mark, my twin sister, Brandy, Pete, and Derek have, and drunk lady Yvonne. Yeah, they're 5 family members who have driven drunk. I never in my life drove drunk with alcohol in my system. But y'all think y'all better than me. So, and Monica, I never rode in the car. No, yes, I did. I did. One time, Raymond drove me in a car somewhere. But Monica, Raymond, and Rebecca and all them, Derek and all them, they drive so fucking reckless. It's amazing that they never get pulled over by the cops. But me trying to follow the speed limit and stuff, like how the hell I still get pulled over? You know. So, because people that they're narcissistic and don't want me driving, or they don't want me with a car. But how many road rules that my own family members break, but nobody gonna stop them from driving? Nobody said that they're a danger on the road. Oh, and the biological nephew John, I think I remember he drive with alcohol in his system too. John would steal my car every day when I was in Milwaukee. And leave me to be forced to take the fucking bus to go to school. And John was an alcoholic and a woman. I mean, no, I'm sorry, not a woman beater, a child beater, a pedophile, um, a thief, a liar, um, scam artist. John was like every fucking thing bad and evil. You know, what am I missing? I mean, child beater, not woman, but child beater. You physically abusing and beating on kids that are not genetically yours. And somehow his youngest son, Wyatt, was trying to tell me that John's son Jalen, which is my great nephew Jalen, is like a devil worshiper or something, and demon possessed. And Wyatt sit there and laugh and make fun of that. Wyatt, now Wyatt likes to talk about things of the devil. You know, like embracing insight. I've been questioning if Wyatt is a devil worshiper or an occultist. I mean, if Monica tried to throw it in my face trying to talk about the Bible calls people like you hypocrites, but you don't live for Jesus. You don't pray or read the Bible. But when her son Lil Randy was 10 years old, he was reading the Bible, and I think I remember him telling me that the book of Deuteronomy was his favorite Bible book. And that was in 2015 with dealing with you know, with the incident with Lisa Ruby. And Lisa Ruby, I did not know Lisa Ruby was a narcissistic, control freak, fake Christian TI perp that fucked over me really bad. The one with the fake deliverance ministry. And Lisa Ruby lied and said she was being that her husband was targeted and suffering gang stalking when they were perping the shit out of me. They were perps. And I ended up homeless behind Lisa Ruby. You can have your own place, like what Trisha did. Well, I didn't have my own place, but I was staying in a motel. And she sent for me to come stay by her. And I ended up losing so much and ending up back homeless again. And it's just a new reality for me to be forced to have to live, because any previous homelessness, like I can't even be in shelters anymore. Can't be in shelters anymore. Shelters are always full now. Can't be in shelters anymore. And shelters are cults. They're abusive. I'm like, how do you leave an abusive household and then go to a shelter that's no less abusive than even domestic violence shelters? All these women claiming to be victims of abuse and domestic violence, but then they gang up on you and bully you, and then gang stalk you out of a domestic violence shelter. And they huddle together and bully, harass, and threaten you, and they be narcissistic themselves. Like, how are you a victim of domestic violence when you are narc yourself? Or you're probably, or the fact that you're narcissistic and you're in a domestic violence shelter as a fake victim because of your husband or boyfriend or baby daddy's reactive abuse after you nagging and poking and prodding and provoking and antagonizing him, and he had enough. Because no way in hell that you can be bullied and ganged up on in a domestic violence shelter by residents and staff. And they're sneaking behind your back, making up lies and false reports and constant complaints about you. For nothing. Just making up shit. You know. And they always bully and gang up on me and mob me out of the shelters, and staff and residents, and for me to be wrongfully banned forever. Or you get paid to be abused at Salvation Army shelters, more like a freaking prison. A bedbug infested prison. Which would be described to be like the closest to the pits of hell as you can get. It's like hell without the burning fire. But ever since my gang stalking went rogue, I guess you could say, went overt or go ballistic or whatever. I mean, I definitely can't even keep permanent housing due to gang stalking being so bad. So it's like, am I supposed to deal with homelessness in hotels for the rest of my fucking life? Or can't even keep a job, a home, or any friendship or relationship due to the gang stalking? Ever since me being more vocal and outspoken and more awakened, now I definitely can't live normal. I mean, before then I was able to have a place to live like for 4 years. But now I can't even last 1 month at a place. But I never could keep a job due to false reports, lies, gang stalking, wrongfully fired, or being driven to quit, or people just cancel me and not even give me hours, and they do it covertly and don't even tell me. And I'm wondering, well, hey, you didn't even tell me I was fired, but for the next few weeks, like, I'm not even on a schedule to work. Of course that would make anybody quit, be forced to have to quit. Why should I still be employed there and have 0 hours week after week after week, and they think I'm just, so we're going to take advantage of her because she's slow? And y'all be the wicked motherfuckers maliciously conspiring. So anyway, it's It's 3:14 p.m. now. It's going to take so many hours for this video to upload. And it's going to take so many hours for this video to upload. I hope not 12 to 15 hours, but it's going to take a long time for the video to upload. But yesterday, though, the video that I did yesterday, it uploaded sooner than I expected, or sooner than I thought, or sooner, you know. It uploaded at 9:20, and I thought it was going to be like 10 or 11 o'clock that it would upload. So hopefully this will upload faster or sooner. I do not feel like going to work tomorrow, but got to. As I said, you know, 4 days worth of work is being barely enough for 2 hotel nights. Yeah, that shows you how low, you know. And I got a bachelor's degree, and be told that my degree means nothing. So I'm gonna go for now. I may or may not come back on tonight. I don't know. Depends on what I got to report on. So other than that, I'll see y'all.